Phil Conrad here for Computer Science 156 at UC Santa Barbara. I want to take you through a series of short videos to show you a number of steps in the software development lifecycle and how those steps play out using the tools that we're using in this course. So I'm going to start with an idea about one of our applications. I'm here on the UCSB Courses Search application on the personal schedule page, and I see this new schedule and a list of schedules here. And I'm realizing this page would really benefit if there were some explanation at the top of the page. So what do I do with that? Well, I go to the Kanban board for my team, and first thing I do is in my planning column, I just make a card that says add explanation to the schedule, the personal schedule page to explain what the page is for. And so that's a card, and it's good to have a card, but then the next thing we want to do is turn that into an issue. So I'll click on the three dots, say convert to issue, and at first I'll just do the steps to convert it to an issue. Once I've done that, now I can go to the issue for full details and add some more information to this issue. So what I'll do is I'll come in here, and the things that we normally want to see in an issue are a user story, some discussion, some acceptance criteria, and then sometimes we'll also have implementation notes. So our user story, as a user, and let's say as a logged in user, because only logged in users can get to this particular screen, I can see instructions on the personal schedule page so that I understand the purpose of the page. Under discussion, we might say the personal schedule page is intended as a place where students students or faculty or staff can plan out a schedule of courses for a particular quarter. And I guess that's really that really is the description. It would be helpful if this description appeared on the page so that users know what the page is for. All right, so under acceptance criteria, I'll just put the sentence under discussion above that explains the purpose of the page appears on the page. Now, it's helpful when we say the page to add some specifics. So let's go back over here, and I'm going to make a screenshot. On Mac, I can just do Control-Shift-Command-4, and that will make a screenshot, copy it to the clipboard. And once the screenshot's on my clipboard, I can just come back over and paste it right in, and it will automatically create a file, upload that file, and put a link to it. So that's a super nice feature. Let's see, under the purpose of the page appears on the page. Let's also put in here that the URL of this page, URL of page is, and let's put that in. And let's say also that the navigation to the page is, number 1, log in. Number 2, so let me show you that. If I log out, the personal schedule menu doesn't even appear until you log in. So we need to log in. And I have now logged in. and then I navigate to personal schedule, and that's how you get there. So log in, choose personal schedule, link on navbar, 3, arrive at page. All right, so that basically putting in all of this discussion, the screenshot, the acceptance criteria, the implementation notes. For implementation notes, if I have access to it, I could actually go in and say exactly what file needs to be modified to make this change. So let me see if I can pause the video for a moment and locate that file. If we want to add under implementation notes, some hint about how we would go about this. One thing that might be helpful is to identify the file where we're going to need to make the changes. It's not always necessary to do this as part of the issue, but if you can, it's certainly helpful. So let's go into VS Code for this repo. And I believe the page that we're on here, it's under /schedule. So we can locate that by going into, all right, well, I had the project open. There it is. Going into the JavaScript folder, going under source, and then looking in app.js. This is where all of the pages are mapped to their URLs. The pages in the front end. So the front end being the part of the web interface that we see. We see /schedule is the URL. So going back over to VS Code, we're looking in here for /schedule, and I can just sort of, there it is, there's /schedule, and we see that the component is schedule. So if we look for that component, I'm going to guess that it's going to be under pages because it is a page component. So if I look under source main pages, schedule, sure enough, schedule.js. This is going to be the page where we're going to want to add this, this text. So I'm going to suggest that we grab, if I right click on this, I can do copy relative path. And I'll go back to my issue. And under implementation notes, I will add probably this is just adding some text in, and there's the name of the file. Good. So now we have our implementation notes. We have everything settled here. The next thing we want to do is see if this is ready to go. We'll go back to our Kanban board, and we will drag it from planning over to ToDo, meaning that this is now an issue that is ready for someone on the team to pick up. So we'll end this video. That's how an issue gets created and how the issue is groomed and ready for someone to pick up. In the next video, we'll talk about the steps that you take once you have this issue ready to work on and drag into the in progress column. So that's for the next video. Thanks for watching.